Look, Jordan Henderson, obviously, the latest player linked with a move to Saudi Arabia. Looks like he could be on his way. We are hearing that Liverpool might make an announcement, yay or nay, about this evening. So, look, we'll update you as soon as they do. If not, they're going to need to make an announcement very, very quickly. James Pearce, you heard him say that Liverpool go away to training camp on Saturday. So, look, they need to know what's going on. And I guess for Jurgen Klopp, he needs to know what squad he's got to start the season. It's going to be very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it leaves his squad bereft of any sort of experience. You know, the steel. When you think about the way Jurgen Klopp likes to play, when you think about how Liverpool lined up when they were at their most ruthless and efficient, it was often based on a bullying midfield. Yeah. It was based on the sort of monsters.
That's the perfect word to describe that midfield. Because people used to say it neglects maybe... brutally honest, when you compare it to Man City, the skill and finesse.
It's not a silky.
No.
It wasn't a silky, but it was so full of power.
We will beat you up. Yeah,
so full of power. And Jordan Henderson was at the epicenter of that. Jordan Henderson was the captain of that. Yeah. He was the personality of that.
He was the man that put on the first press. You know that pressing machine. It was him. He was the first one. And even now, in his later years, he can still do it.
Of course he can.
But I mean, to wake up to the news, it's not just Henderson. It could be Fabinho as well. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. You can't lose both.
Yeah, how do you feel about, like, you know how we know Jordan Henderson, he's been a real ally to the LGBTQ plus community. Do you think that's an issue here?
Yes, of course, it has to be. He has to be thinking about everything. He's probably going to sit down with his wife, his family, his advisors, and take everything into consideration here. Like, okay, I potentially lose my England career. Euro 2024 is just around the corner.
Do you think that he would genuinely believe that he will start for England in a tournament next year?
I don't think he thought he could get game time at the Euros. And we saw that he then, in the end, started for England in the Euros and the World Cup. So I think Jordan Henderson would think that he could force his way in somewhere.
But something huge has happened to the England midfield, say, since then.
What? Well, you mean Trent and John Stones and etc.
Well, also just the emergence of Jude Bellingham. Like Jude Bellingham has since then signed for Real Madrid for over a.
I don't think Jordan thinks he can start. But I almost feel like he's first reserve. I think every time we feel like Jordan won't come off the bench and they're going to bring someone else off the bench, a bit younger, a bit silkier, a bit flashier, Gareth always seems to go to Jordan and trust him to come on because he knows he's bringing on a leader as well.
But do you think he would believe that will be the case in another year? Like at some point when you are a player of the age of Jordan Henderson who's been doing it at the top level, putting his body through so much for so long, at some point you aren't that anymore.
And maybe those are the questions. I think James said he's going to have a conversation with Klopp. The next conversation probably will be Gareth Southgate.
Yes.
And then he will obviously speak to himself about the LGBTQ situation.
What James Pearce was saying there, that James Pearce effectively said, if he goes to Saudi, he won't play for England. Yeah. I'm paraphrasing, but effectively that was it. Do you agree with that?
100%. Someone actually tweeted me and said, because we don't understand the day yet. There's a few star players going over there, but we have no idea what the standards like that. Of course, he needs to play good football.
Okay, just to combat that. Yeah. Playing some football in Saudi is better than playing no football at Manchester United, right? And Harry Maguire would start for England.
Harry Maguire plays football for United. I know what you mean. He doesn't get the starting berth, but he plays some football.
Okay, playing a bit part figure.
Playing a bit part in the Premier League.
Rather than starting in Saudi.
100%. You know that is. I think you're playing devil's advocate.
No, I'm having the conversation. Absolutely. I
just
just know how loyal Gareth Southgate can be to his favourites.
Yeah.
If Jordan Henderson were to say, look, I'm going to keep my fitness levels to the maximum.
And maybe Jordan might make the argument and say, look, I'm playing week in, week out. I'm off the bench. I'm playing. I'm keeping fit. But the standards would drop off too much for him.
This is interesting, right? Do you know there where you were talking about the LGBT community and the impact that would have? I'm just asking the question here. Is it essential? You don't have to agree with the philosophy of a country to work in that country, do you? So, for example, America's gun laws don't really chime with my feeling, but I could work in America. You don't have to totally embrace the laws of the land to go and earn a crust in that land, do you?
That's a good point.
America's gun laws don't chime with me. They don't resonate. I don't think that's how they should be. But that's how they are. But I would work in America.
But you've not been a vocal support either way on that. Yeah. Whereas Jordan Henderson has been a very vocal support for the LGBTQ plus community. Yes. You know, the rainbow laces. Yes. He's been he's almost been a spokesperson for it. So I think it's a bit different when you've been as vocal as he has.
I think that's a good point
about said subject. Phone lines are open. Liverpool fans, getting in touch in their droves. Let's go to the phone lines first. Naz, Liverpool fan. Naz, let's just talk about it, Jordan Henderson. A, are you okay with him going? Are you surprised this news has come out? What's your thoughts?
Look, to be honest, I wouldn't turn it down, and I don't think he'll turn it down either, because his playing time is going to be limited at Liverpool anyway. And also, let me ask you a question. If that was you, would you turn it down? Be honest.
No.
You wouldn't, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But equally, I'm not a millionaire already.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a multi-millionaire that plays for one of the best teams in the world.
Do you know what, Naz? If I was captain of Liverpool, when you think about the institution, think about the institution that Liverpool are. You are captain of Liverpool, and you're already a millionaire. It's slightly different to me.
But then you don't know what he might have foundations, like charity set up, and he's probably thinking about his family. Do you know what I mean? Like 3 generations down the line, no one's going to have to work.
Yes, I think. Look, I do understand it when you're talking about £700,000 a week. Like, you know, when you think about what that equates to over the course of a year, obviously it's very difficult to turn down. But it's different for an existing millionaire who has access to everything he could possibly dream of already. When you are living the dream, both financially already, but also in terms of when you were a kid. One of the most iconic armbands that you can possibly wear in football is the Liverpool armband, isn't it?
Jordan Henderson's in one of the best positions you can be as a footballer. Yeah. You're captain of one of the biggest clubs in world football. The history of the club, you know, as a Liverpool fan, is as big as any club out there. You're vice captain of your country as well. And I understand what you're saying in terms of his playing time, but Jordan Henderson's come back this season wanting to fight for his position. We've been saying this about Jordan Henderson for the last couple of years, that, you know, he's gonna lose his position, and for England and for Liverpool, he always seems to find a way to keep in that starting 11. Always.
To be honest, he looked ripped yesterday when I saw it. He looked on top physical condition. So I don't know, man. End of the day, to be honest, I wouldn't turn it down.
Okay, as a Liverpool fan, then forget you as. No one wants to turn down 700 grand a week, do they? Basically $1 million because of the tax. As a Liverpool fan, are you happy with him going as a Liverpool fan?
To be honest, no. But end of the day, he'll probably go. Like, if he's won everything with us, hasn't he? To be honest.
Yes, he has. Naz, a hypothetical question for you, right? You're a Liverpool fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that you wouldn't turn down the 700 grand a week, and I totally understand that. What about if I were to offer you this? I were to offer you £175,000 a week to go and play for your beloved Liverpool, captain Liverpool, lead the team out at Anfield. I offer you that for 2 years, or I offer you 700 grand a week to go and play for Al Hilal. What do you take?
Both? I'll do both, mate.
But if you had to pick one, what would you pick?
Obviously Liverpool, innit?
So maybe that's your answer.
But he's not a Liverpool fan, is he? He's a Sunderland fan, isn't he?
But he's a Liverpool. I mean, he's a Sunderland fan, but he's been, you know,
he's at the club 12 years.
He bleeds like a Liverpool fan. He lives like a Liverpool fan.
But I don't know, man. It's a difficult situation. But if they offer us, like I was saying earlier, on you were saying about 40 million, if they offer us, then by all means he can go. Because we need money to reinvest in the squad anyway.
40 million for Fabinho. 40 is everything. Yeah. Is everything. So, and I'm going to sound like a bit of an old man. Is everything about money?
Yes.
No, really. No, is everything like? Is it though? I mean, he's playing for Liverpool Football Club.
Why are you working? You're working for money, and you're not doing it for free, are you?
Absolutely, I'm doing it for money. Yeah, I get paid, but I could also get paid more doing other things.
Yeah, so now let me ask you, if Saudi Arabia offered you £700,000 a week to present a radio show...
What, from the money I'm on now? Of course I'm going. Obviously, absolutely, but I don't play for Liverpool Football Club. This is Liverpool Football Club. This is one of the biggest institutions in world sport.
If he's not a regular starter, then maybe that's what he's weighing up at the moment. He needs to speak to Klopp and say, mate, are you going to start me regularly or not?
That's not how it works, man. No, that's not how the conversation works with knocking on Jurgen Klopp's door. You won't even get a response to that. Am I going to play regularly or not? No, you got to fight for your position, as everyone at the club should be doing. Look, we'll see what happens with Jordan Henderson, but I don't want him to go. I think I'm getting passionate about it because I don't want our captain.
What do you think
to
happens,
leave the club? I think he goes.
Really? Have you resigned yourself to the fact that he goes?
Yeah, I don't. I think now that it's out, he goes. I think if it's a case of they asked and he didn't want to go, I don't think we would probably even know about this.
What about Fabinho? Do you feel like he goes as well?
No. I think No, I don't think he goes. I think Liverpool put their foot down with that one. You can't lose
suddenly,
both. You can't lose Milner, Fabinho and Jordan Henderson in one window.
No way. That's so much experience. So many trophies in that midfield.
And I think Fabinho's still got legs in him. I know people have had a dig at him, but I still think there's more to come from Fabinho this season.